Hi everyone, today I want to talk about one of my favorite musicals, Epic the Musical. It's Homer's Odyssey, one of the most famous story ever told, but it's not a traditional version. It mixes Greek mythology and modern music, and it makes the story feel alive in a new way. And for me, Epic is more than experience, than musical. It's the form to connect the past with today. Okay, next, Epic was created by Jorge Rivera Aarons, or Jay. He started posting little clips, okay, next of his songs on TikTok, and people all around the world got excited. And what started as a small project grew into a big production, divided into different sagas that follow Odysseus of his long trip back home after the Trojan War. Epic is divided into 9 sagas, and each one shows a new part of the journey. First, the Troy saga. This saga begins right after the Trojan War. Odysseus is the hero who helps win the battle with his famous idea and the Trojan horse. But even though the war is over, this victory is not the end. It's the start of a long and dangerous trip back to his home in Ithaca. The Cyclops saga. In this saga, Odysseus and his men arrive at the island of the Cyclops, where they meet Polyphemus, a giant with only one eye. They escape by using clever tricks, but the escapes comes at a price. By blinding the Cyclops, Odysseus injures the gods, which make his journey even harder. The Cyclops saga. In this saga, Odysseus and his men arrive at the island of the Ocean saga. This part shows how the sea itself as a big enemy. Odysseus and his men face violent storms, strong winds, and dangerous waters. And on top of that, some mistake made by the crew made the journey even more difficult, showing how fragile hope can be when you're lost at the sea. Okay, and the Circe saga. Here, Odysseus and his men meet Circe, a powerful witch to turn men into animals, and for more specific, into pigs, with her magic. And Odysseus must resist her temptation and decide to keep going. This saga is important because it shows the danger of giving up your mission even when it seems easier to stay in a safe place. The next, the Circe saga. Here, Odysseus and his men meet Circe, a powerful witch to turn men into animals. Is the Underworld saga. This saga is one of the darkness. Odysseus travels to the land of the dead, where he speaks with the spirits of those who have passed away, and he faces painful truths, sees love when he has lost, and learns prophecies that will guide him but also scare him. It's a turning point in the journey. It's the Underworld saga. This saga is one of the darkness. Odysseus travels to the land of the dead. The Thunder saga. In this saga, Odysseus faced 2 very dangerous challenges. First, the Sirens, whose beautiful boys try to lure sailors to their deaths, and they must sail between Scylla and a monster and Charybdis. And no matter what he chooses, there will be sacrifice, and this saga shows the cost of survival. Okay, it's a hard saga. The Thunder saga. In this saga, Odysseus faced 2 very dangerous challenges. First, the Sirens, whose beautiful boys try And the Wisdom Saga. This saga focuses of growth and learning. It's not only about Odysseus, but also about his son, Telemachus. It's my favorite character, and who is back in Ithaca. While his father fights on the seas, Telemachus grows into his role and learns what it's mean to protect his home and his family. It shows that wisdom comes with responsibility. And the next is the Vengeance Saga. Here, Odysseus is closer to Ithaca, but his journey is not over. He faces more enemies, new dangers, and even punishment from the gods for his past actions. This saga is full of anger, justice, and heavy cost, but all for the gods. It's the Vengeance Saga. Here, Odysseus is closer to Ithaca, but his journey is not over. And the Ithaca Saga, the final saga, shows Odysseus finally return home. But Ithaca is not the same as he left it. Suitors are trying to take his throne and marry Penelope, his wife. With courage and intelligence, Odysseus reclaims his place and reunites with his wife, Penelope. The journeys end with both victory and reflection. These sagas are not only about the gods of monsters, they're about choices, mistakes, and emotions. That's what makes Epic so special. It turns an ancient story into something human and real. And why respect is important? I think it's important to respect projects like this. Jorge worked for years and built Epic with help from fans. No big brother producers. It shows how passion and creativity can create something powerful. Respecting this music means respect the art and a community that supports it. And so in the end, Epic the Musical is much more than just a relating of the Odyssey. It's proof that all story can be told in new ways, with music that connects to people today. For me, it's a reminder the stories never die. They just change, shape, and inspire new generations. And so in the end, Epic the Musical is much more than just relating. And it's all for this time. Thank you.